It's an open secret that Nigeria is in the middle of an economic and social crisis. It might not look like it from where we sit in this plush setting in Lagos Oriental Hotel, but if you look beneath the surface and if you look at the stats, you will see and realize that the country is not in a good place, and we really need to be honest about it. We have one of the world's, not even one of the world's, we have the world's largest number of poor people. We've also got the world's highest number of out-of-school children. We've got the largest number of people without access to energy. We've also got a high level of urban and rural migration. And most recently, we are seeing a high level of migration of some of the finest young people in Nigeria to greener pastures in search of economic opportunities. We've also got one of the highest youth unemployment rates in the world, in addition to some of the climate challenges that has been spoken about. The country is facing them: desertification, flooding, and also terrorism, which could also be an offshoot of some of these challenges. And these all point to growing problems that we all have to deal with at some point or the other. So it might not affect us directly, but it's only a matter of time before it gets to us. Whether it's with the number of unemployed people banging on our doors, sending messages to our phones, lack of access to quality healthcare or education, or dealing with potential flooding, or the housing deficits that we have as a nation. All these things stare us in the face as a country, hence the prognosis that we're in a crisis situation. However, my job this morning is not to scare you, definitely not to depress you the more, or get you into a panic by frenzy. My job is to let you know that, on the back of every crisis holds significant opportunities. And I believe that that is where we are as a country. The challenges are huge, but so are the opportunities. What we need to do is to begin to look at the challenges in a different way and use the capital that we manage in a more innovative way. What needs to happen is for that capital to be deployed in a manner that seeks to solve some of these challenges, and for the capital to be deployed adequately in a way that compensates the capital providers for their risk, for their time, and also compensates the people who manage those funds. In this way, they will be incentivized to do it again and again and again. So the capital needs to be able to get to the people that need it in a cost-effective way that is not too prohibitive, but that enables them to pay back, but also enables efficient distribution of capital to those who will use it well in order for them to return it so that it can be used again and again and again. That's the model that we need to build. And this speaks to blended financial models, which we have seen in fits and starts here and there. But what needs to happen is that these sort of transactions need to be the norm. And we need to move away from quote-unquote demonstration transactions to business as usual. These transactions need to be business as usual, where we are turning them out again and again for the benefit of those that need it and for the country. The capital markets needs to work for the country. The capital market needs to work for the people that need it. And the capital market needs to be as flexible in order to solve the challenges of the present day. The challenges and the problems we face today are very different from what our forefathers faced. Hence, we cannot approach those problems in the way that they did. We need to think out of the box, and as some will say, begin to realize that perhaps there is no box. We need to use different lenses, and we need to be willing to leave our side of the divide, either as regulators, capital market providers, fund managers, and see the other side and understand how the other side works in order to resolve the challenges of our present day. If every participant stands in their own silo, holding on to their beliefs, their systems, and their doctrines, won't resolve the mounting challenges that we face as a country and which stare us on a daily basis. But I'm happy that we're having these conversations, happy that FSDA is galvanizing, FCDO is galvanizing, and all of you in the room. I'm happy that we're having the conversations, the sessions, and that we're having the engagement, because that means that there's commitment from every side to begin to think differently, to begin to engage more broadly, and begin to find solutions that we need to resolve the challenges ahead of us. I'd just like to thank once again FSD Africa for the work they've been doing, and FCDO. Sally spoke about some of the things they're doing. And I want to challenge them to do more. And also calling on other partners to bring their capital, their knowledge, their expertise, and their reach in order to work with the local markets to be able to create the kind of market that we need, the kind of products that we need to create the kind of outcomes that we need as a country, to ensure that everyone in the value chain is compensated adequately for what they bring and is incentivized to do it again and again and again. We need sustainable models, we need new models, we need new products, we need new mindsets, because the problems ahead of us are new. We also need to work together more closely in order to ensure that we have the society that we all crave for, and that Nigeria can indeed be a beacon of hope to the rest of Africa and the world in how we solve our challenges using innovative models that can actually be replicated in other parts of the world. Thank you for listening.